Johnny thought he was home free, but he wasn't. The ground shook. A third sentry came running up. The light from the fallen flashlight shone on the huge rushing legs. The third sentry had a belt gun drawn. He was 5 feet away, raising the weapon to fire. Those are all, fragment sentences.
Why are we doing this?
Because I'm reading you the book based on my favorite movie. Or the book which upon my favorite movie is based.
Hey guys, Lex out here.
And I'm Bad Tracy.
Turn for Rock Rock Blues.
And this is Collection Update 101. Forgot what we say there.
Collection. You usually say the two of us are blue or something.
Oh, yeah.
You go, oh, look who's got blue on.
I have no blue on. I'm wearing a little bit of blue.
101. This is the teacher's edition. The teacher's tribute. Shout out to all the teachers out there. This is the teacher's edition of Collection Update. We're going to teach you about
If you're a
stuff.
professor, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Like 101.
It's the first... Do you not know what 101 means?
No. Is there like 201?
It's like the intro course.
Or is it 202?
Yes. 101 is like the intro.
Okay, then what's the second
one?
What's the second one?
201. Or depending...
Or is it 202?
No, it's 201.
And then it's 303. Explain that to me how it works.
Remember that?
All right.
Start off, man. We are not on cue. Just want to do a quick little shout out. Shout out to Chris Holoida, guitarist of Something to Do. You're showing it before I get to it.
Sorry, I was just doing a sniffy sniff.
He sent me a couple free jams from his old band, I Voted for Kodos. This is my favorite album from the year I was born. Close Enough for Ska by I Voted for Kodos. Here's the back. That's not Chris.
This album's 35 years old.
What do you think I am? You're older than me.
But today, I'm a young gun.
At first I thought it could have been the...
Who's in that movie? I honestly don't know.
I don't know what you're talking
Young
about.
Guns. Young Guns? Because it's not City Slickers. That's the movie I'm thinking about. But who's in Young Guns?
Leslie Nielsen.
I don't think so.
At first I thought this was older than me, and then it was going to be my favorite album that's older than me. But it's not older than me.
You're telling me that's better than Dookie?
This was sealed. This is 21 years old, sealed. 600. Oh, they put a Rip Sideshow Luke Perry. I just think this is neat. It's on Spotify. She Hates Ska. I really like that. Shallow Grave. That's the one that I played for you, and you made fun of it the entire time because
it's a shallow grave.
No,
don't you misbehave, or the animals will dig you up, and then they'll feast upon your bones. That was the chorus, right?
No. http://
I'm really good at coming up with funny songs on the spot.
http://
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not done. He also sent me their only vinyl release ever. I Voted for Kodos presents
37?
45.
I'll see myself out.
Dear Chris Demakis, I am also never going back to New Jersey.
Did you go to New Jersey?
No, I don't know if
you
they've
lied.
been. Because of this song and this EP, I literally cannot listen to Less Than Jake without thinking about this. That's who Chris Demakis is, if you didn't know.
Wow.
It's a green.
Green splatter? Or just green?
It's just green. Oh. Their only vinyl release to date, but Rick is working on a special edition vinyl for their second album. So that was my cool thing. Shout out to
really
Chris.
catch a waffle.
Sorry that was so dull. I felt like it was going to be more entertaining.
Shout out to Premiere Opera, because this is
you really want to shout them out.
This is a thing I bought on December 1st.
Oh.
And you were in my vicinity when I bought it, because we talked about it. And then we completely forgot about it, because it just came one day.
Mm-hmm.
I got Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, the musical, on a DVD. And it shot off a camcorder by some guy in the crowd. But we're going to watch it someday.
Yeah.
And then, second up, I bought this at Dollar Tree. And then my dad took it and was like, I'm going to watch every disc.
Why don't we put it later? Why does this have to start?
Because it's weird. And then I found a second copy, and so I'm like, Dad, you can keep that copy.
So like, you spent $2 on this.
Yes. It's railways from steam beginnings to scenic destinations.
This should have been in the
And
yard.
it's like 26 hours of trains.
First up is
I watched this on Netflix.
AMI, Artificial Machine Intelligence. God, that glare. Do we usually have that lamp on too?
Yeah.
God, why is the glare so bad today?
I don't know.
Evil as a New Friend. What the fuck is this?
It's like Jexy.
It looks horrible.
It was pretty bad.
Two Broke Girls. Knock off Two Broke Girls right there. Look at them. They look
We're a
just
couple of two broke girls.
Are we?
Yeah.
I thought it said Meg Ryan produced it. I was like, why is Meg Ryan doing this? It's Mark Peaty, not Meg Ryan.
Throw this away.
Well, technically, what if I want to put it back
No,
in?
you don't.
It's been sealed since 2000.
You're not putting it back. Next up is a TV show, season 1, which I didn't know there's a season 2 of the show. It's in PAL format. I'll have to get that when I get a region free player. It's About a Boy, season 1. I really like this show. I really like About a Boy, the movie with Hugh Grant. It's a good movie. I wonder what that kid's up to nowadays.
Who is he?
I don't know. This show's pretty good. I like it. It's her. And, yeah. Will's a cool dude, and Marcus is weird, and Minnie Driver's in it, and then she went on to be in Speechless.
Who would win in a fight?
She's also in that movie with Matt Damon.
Who would win in a fight?
Good Will Hunting.
Who would win in a fight?
I don't know. Ultimate Warrior.
Will and Marcus. Okay.
Okay.
Or Elijah Wood and Wilfred.
Well, one of them's a dog and is Australian. But then again, Minnie Driver is British. So, I don't know.
Who's Minnie Driver?
The mom?
Yeah, I didn't give,
what are you doing?
Resealing it.
Would you like one of these?
I'll actually take 2.
Okay.
About a Boy. I was going to look up About a Boy. Be About a Boy. Next up is Air with Norman Reedus and, is it Jimon who's on?
I honestly don't know.
I think it's Jimon. From the creator of Walking Dead, 2 men, 1 task.
Digimon Houston.
It's Houston, not Houston.
Okay, in our project...
We get to talk about that now.
In our project, your character has to be a fan of him, and he has to go on Digimon Houston.
I've seen all his movies, from Aquaman to Shazam.
The Hotel Rwanda? I don't know if he's in that.
Yeah, it's Air.
Oh, he's in Blood Diamond. That's what I'm thinking of. Dad said he didn't like this. I quite liked it.
Oh. 2002 film. I'm older than About a Boy.
Yeah, I don't think you're older than the book, though.
So you wondered what About a Boy... Do you know who the boy is?
I do not know who the About a Boy is.
Okay.
Who's the About a Boy?
He could have been Batman.
Is it Nicholas Hoult?
It's Nicholas Hoult.
Huh.
I hate him
so much.
So much I hate Nicholas
Hoult is the About a Boy.
Yeah, he's the About a Boy. The characters are the same names. Did you know that?
Yes, Marcus and Will. So next up, another one I'll have to wait until I get a region free player. It's An Idiot Abroad with Carl Pickleton. Ricky and Gervais send an idiot abroad. It's a TV show, as seen on Sky 1 HD.
Oh. Hey, next up is Apocalypse Road with Katie Kohler, Ashlyn McEvers, and Nellie Scuto. I wonder if that's Elias' sister. That's Elias' real last name. Run, Fight, Survive.
What do you think genre this is?
Probably like an apocalypse movie. I remember when you were watching it, you went, this is really, really bad.
It's not terrible, but it was pretty bad. Next up, a movie that I stole from our dad's collection when we guys brought it down from up north.
Okay, and why are we just talking about it then?
Because I just watched it. I don't know. It's been over there for a long time. It's Bankstas with the S replaced by a $, but only one.
With Alan Thicke.
Yeah, Alan Thicke's in it, and some other people. Laura Vandervoort. Do you know who she is?
I do.
I didn't recognize her by name, but then I saw her face and I went immediately, oh, I know who she is.
She's, is it this one?
I'll give you $1 if you can guess her.
Yeah, I just watched something with her. Is her face on here anywhere?
Yeah, she's in the cover.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Okay, she...
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
She's Supergirl on Smallville.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have got that then.
Yeah, I saw her and I was like, holy shit. It was a pretty funny movie. Alan Thicke's in it. He's that singer's dad.
Robin Thicke?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's dead.
Did he die?
Alan Thicke died in like 2016.
Jesus freaking Christ.
It's a huge deal. And the mom went on, I didn't really like him. That's what that
Oh, he was very funny in that movie.
He's really funny in How I Met Your Mother, too.
He's in that?
Yeah, he plays himself. He's best
I
friends
didn't
with
even
Robin.
know who he was.
How'd you not know who Alan Thicke was?
No.
Three's Company is a show he wasn't in. But he had that one really famous sitcom.
Oh, The Wonder Years.
Is that him?
No, he's on the one with the Republican kids.
Family
Ties?
No,
Or is
hard, High Family. Hard. With
Is he the Republican dad?
Michael
One?
J. Fox.
Yeah, it's the Republican kids.
Growing Pains.
There we go.
Whew. I didn't even know we bought this. Did I pay for the first one?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I got this as a secret surprise for you.
It's Benson, the complete second season. If you ever watch Benson, it's really funny.
We only watched the pilot, but it's
really
very good.
We talked about Robert Giuliani's death for about 45 minutes. Not really about his death, but who the hell was that guy? And then we found it out, and we bought the season 1, and it's really good.
You know,
It's a Mill Creek release.
we say that Robert Giuliani's death is sad, but Rudy Giuliani's would not be.
Yeah, the crazy thing about Benson is that the governor's in charge, but Benson is in control.
They should just... The tagline for season 2 should just been Benson's back.
Benson's back, bitches.
Yeah, just Benson's back. That's all the commercial is just he walks on a screen, looks at the camera, and then in text it just says Benson's back.
No, he doesn't look at the camera. He walks on screen. And
he just walks by.
No, he walks on screen and then he turns this way and then says Benson's back. Because it's his back. Benson's back.
I'm sad you get that.
See, I wanted that, but I also want that.
This is the thing, I don't remember where I found it, but I was like, oh, I have to get
You
it.
have to get it. We have so many of them.
We have 2 other ones. It's Bible Man Power Source, Lambasting the Legions of Laziness. It's sealed. And there's Cypher, the only other character I know.
Are we the only people with a Bible Man figure?
I don't know if we still have it.
Oh, I have my Cypher figure.
Great for kids 6 to 10. Otherwise, it's too violent for kids younger than that. The Bible's crazy violent.
And
You've never read it.
People above 10 just won't enjoy it. They know better. I watched this at a Halloween party that I threw. I threw it on. We were watching Demetri Martin and people weren't enjoying it, so I turned on Bible
Key
Man.
verse. Proverbs 18:9.
It's bad. Not this one. I threw on a different one. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Excuse me? That does not have the...
Bill Nye.
Science guy.
The Science Guy.
It's a documentary about
Once
Bill.
man
And
mission
did
to
you know
make
Bill
sense
is not a doctor? He doesn't have a PhD.
Really?
Yeah. Just an entertainer who's smart.
Very smart.
Gets stuff done.
No one's ever
done.
called him a doctor, though. No
He
one says
gets
Dr.
it done.
Nye. No one says Dr. Nye. They say
Gets
Bill
it
Nye the
done.
Science Guy. You know who's not a doctor?
not gonna do
Dr.
it.
Phil.
He said he's not gonna do it.
Remember when Dr. Phil
Gonna do it.
wanted kids to die of COVID?
Yeah.
I feel like that didn't get enough attention at the time. But he was like,
Send
we
your
need
kids
to
to
send
school if
kids
you
back
want
to
them to
school.
die.
It's okay if we lose a few. That's an exact quote of Dr. Phil. He said that. He wanted kids to... He said, we need kids back in school. It's okay if a few of them die. God, what a bad person. And Grandma loves
You can
it.
take this because I have to take the next thing.
Okay, good. I grew up on this.
We bought the sequel first, so I watched these backwards. And this one was better.
Zachary Gordon, he's from Die River Wimpy Kid, right?
I think so.
Yeah, and Joey Kin is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
Independence Day Resurgence. But not that one. I meant Wish I Was Here. But she's also in
You know
Independence
who
Day
else
Resurgence.
is in one of your favorite movies of all time?
Huh.
May Whitman.
Maybe one is one of my favorite movies of all
Independence Day.
time. That's right. That's her. Also Scott Pilgrim. The Boxcar Children. With
Martin
J.K. Simmons
Sheen.
and Martin Sheen. I also didn't... I thought it said narrated by J.K. Simmons, so I wasn't going to say his name, and I realized they're both billed.
Yeah.
I loved the Boxcar Children growing up.
I read them as children too.
Yep. Yeah, they're really good. It's probably a good... It's 5
It was an
dog
okay
approved.
movie. The animation's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The movie's okay, it just goes the beat of the book.
Yeah.
The second
Good.
movie did not like.
No.
Which I watched first.
Yeah.
Next up, so our cousin Nathaniel, he bought this. Yes, I know. He bought this for me. It's Cats, and I have seen the other Cats before, and now I've seen this Cats. This Cats came out before the other Cats.
Is this
though.
Cats better than the other cats?
No, this was
really?
severely worse because it wasn't fun.
We're talking about Cats,
fun,
right?
Yes, Cats and
Okay.
Cats. Yes.
Cats and cats.
The thing about this Cats, though, is that if you notice it says Cats here.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything on the side. It doesn't say Cats. So there's just no title. So that's why Nathan got it for me, because he's like, this is going to piss you off.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's going to stop everyone. I'm glad I get these.
God damn
I get to take away your thunder.
God damn it.
Crocodile Dundee and Crocodile Dundee 2.
Crikey.
Paul Logan, it's a double feature.
Paul Hogan, he's a goddamn national treasure.
You know what else I'm going to take from you? That ain't a knife. This is a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
I took it away from you.
Crocodile Dundee. Mick. That's his name. Mick Crocodile Dundee. They call him Crocodile because he thinks it helps with the tourism.
Hey, one more thing.
Hey, mate.
Hey, one more thing.
Yes.
You need to watch Crocodile Dundee 2. I caught it on demand and it was hilarious.
What's that from?
That's Marshall's dad's last words in How I Met Your Mother. Or his last words to Marshall. He gets into text.
Crocodile Dundee's not as good as the first one.
Because Crocodile Dundee 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Because Marshall's dad always says "I love you," and then he says something, and Marshall gets mad that he never says "I love you" to end his conversation with his dad, and so he goes "I love you," and then he comes out of the car and he goes "By the way," he goes "Yeah," he goes "You gotta watch Crocodile Dundee 2. I caught it on demand while I was staying here, and it's hilarious."
It's not as good as the first. The first one's genuinely great. It's kind of homophobic,
I think he
but it's
mentions
great.
the second one.
I want to find the Australian cut because the American cut apparently takes out a lot of the Australian slang to make it more digestible for American audiences. But so I want to see that. But yeah, Crocodile Dundee's a national treasure. Treasure. What are you wolfing about? I'm gonna take you to the outback. Let you fight a kangaroo. Maybe hang out with a wallaby. Get eaten by a koala. Hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. Hippop. You give him all the easy ones. A movie.
I'm glad we own it. I've been waiting years to own it.
Yes.
9 years to own it.
Yeah.
We've been wrestling fans for 9 years.
2012. Yeah, I think so.
This was right when Wade Barrett came back.
Yeah, we've been watching wrestling a long time.
9 years.
Long time. It's Dead Man Down, starring Wade Barrett, along with Colin Farrell, Noomi Rapace, Dominic Cooper, and the guy who used to be Rhodey.
But most importantly, starring Wade Barrett.
Yes, starring Wade Barrett.
Starring Wade Barrett.
You can see him in the famous clip. There he is. That's him.
That was one of the best segments. Sheamus in
Sheamus
2012 was very good.
Yeah, he was one of the best wrestlers in the tri-state area at the time.
I look back and I feel like I shit on how Sheamus was treated that year because he was pushed too much.
Yeah, he had bad world title reigns.
Yeah. But
it's not a good movie.
He had some good shit in 2012.
Lip shits.
He had the lip shits. Hey, it's the complete 7th season of the show starring Sean Gunn
and Melissa McCarthy.
It's the Gilmore Girls.
Rory.
His name?
That's her name. You just say the mom's name.
Rory.
That's the daughter's name.
Stars Hollow. Lorelai.
Yeah.
That's back now, isn't it?
Well, it did a 4-episode thing on Netflix called A Year in the Life.
Oh.
Next up, a thing, it's from the same production company that did Stickman, our favorite movie. Stickman. It was recommended to me by Nick, the same guy who recommended Stickman. And it's The Gruffalo with Mark Ruffalo and The Gruffalo's Child with Mark Ruffalo's son. It's not starring either of them.
They should.
But yeah, these are pretty good. I really liked The Gruffalo. The Gruffalo's Child wasn't as good, but still very fun. You probably like The Gruffalo a lot.
The Gruffalo.
The Gruffalo.
The Gruffalo. Hey, next up is Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
A thing I quote a lot.
An A+, an instant classic.
It's a great movie. You haven't seen it. Michael
J.
Fox
seen it a long time ago.
Voices Chance.
Yeah.
And
Sally Fields.
Some other guy voices the other dog, and it was like one of his last roles.
Sally Fields, right? Isn't Sally Fields? Oh no, the character's name is Sally, right? Is it Sally Fields?
I do not know. The character's just Sally.
Okay, that's not Sally Fields. There's no credits.
Yeah, I don't think
it
says.
So,
Anyway, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. No, dummy, dummy, dummy. Next up, a movie with a stellar cast. Like a cast that'll make you say, holy shit, and take a seat. It's How to Be Single, a hilarious comedy starring Dakota Johnson, Rebel Wilson, Damon Wayans Jr., Anders Holm, Allison Brie, Nicholas Braun, Jake Lacey, with Jason Mantzoukas and Leslie Mann, and also he's not listed, but there's a cameo by Colin Jost. So it's a crazy cast. You're just like, what are you all doing here? It's crazy.
It's not a very good cast, though. I like only like 3 or 4 of those people.
Everyone's great. Name one you don't like.
Jake Lacey.
Please plop.
I know, I hate
He's
plop.
always taking dumps. You know why he doesn't get casted in a lot of things? Because they're like, watch out for this guy. You'll never get him on camera. He's always in the bathroom taking dumps.
You know what his best plop is? The way he dies in Rampage.
Oh. This actually was supposed to go after that thing. So if you want to grab that.
This is special edition Hollywood Westerns in a big tin can. 3 DVDs.
Got it for $1.
Big tin can.
That's 6 movies. I've
got
watched
John
4
Wayne,
of them.
Rambo, Scott, Roy Rogers, Errol Flynn, Jane Russell, and Tex Ritter. You watched 4 of these already?
Yeah.
When?
Well, I watched 2 tonight
Oh.
and 2 yesterday. They're not... Some of them are okay.
I like that special edition Hollywood Westerns.
I watched The Outlaw, which...
You didn't go in order?
No. I watched The Outlaw, which was okay, I guess. The Mystery of the Hooded Horseman was... I didn't really like. Under California Stars with Roy Rogers was pretty okay. And Santa Fe Trail I did not like.
Why are you watching them backwards?
I figured, why not?
Next up is Jerry Seinfeld. I'm telling you for the last time, live on Broadway.
What's the deal? This was
the
his
deal?
last stand-up special before 23 Hours to Kill. This one's great.
What's the deal with standing up? Why don't we get a stool to sit on? What's the deal with stand-up comedy? You're telling me I'm not allowed to stand up here and tell a tragedy?
I mean, you could. Next up, a Disney Channel original movie starring Adam Goldberg. Not that Adam Goldberg, Sean Giambroni.
Does he do a good job at it?
Yeah, he's okay. It's
Hair's
Kim
wrong.
Possible.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. I've had that stuck in my head for a week.
Yeah, it's So What's the Sitch? It's Kim Possible, the live-action remake of Kim Possible. Do you know who voices Kim Possible and Ron Stoppable?
No. Yes, Ron Stoppable. Isn't that the guy? It's the guy from Hannah Montana, right?
No.
No.
It's for some reason you always forget this guy's name. It's Will Friedle.
Is it? It's not the guy from Hannah Montana?
No, it's Will Friedle.
I thought it was like Mitchell Musso or whatever.
No. And then...
What did Mitchell Musso voice?
I have no idea. And then Kim Possible is Melissa Romano, I think is her name.
Melissa Morano, I knew you were gonna be hot when you were 9. It's season 2 of Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff. Do you remember the new Knight Rider? It's a very good show.
I know.
It's a very good show.
And the Weekly Planet shits on it all the time.
Have you
They're
heard?
like, do you remember the part where it's a car and then it turns into a truck?
Do you remember?
Do you remember that part?
No, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it was the stealth function or whatever.
Have you heard David Hasselhoff's then? He wrote a full Knight Rider movie that he wants to make, and he had the rights for a while to make it, and then the studio sold it or whatever, so now he has the rights, and so someone's making a Knight Rider remake. He's like, I just wish they would ask me for help. I have ideas, like, because he really...
I have the script in my back pocket.
Yeah, he's like, I've been working on it for years. It's very good.
I just walk around Hollywood going, will you read my script?
He said it's for fans of old and for fans of new, and he's like, I don't know
It's for fans that haven't even been born yet.
He's like, obviously, I don't want to be in it. He goes, I just wrote the perfect Knight Rider movie, and I hope they can help me take it in consideration. And so I'm cheering for him. I don't want the studio shit. I want David
Instead of
Hasselhoff's
making
Knight Rider
an actual
sketch.
Knight Rider movie, he should make a movie where it's a semi-fictional David Hasselhoff in Hollywood just walking around the streets, going up to random people and be like, have you read my Knight Rider script? It's amazing. Check this
Let me
out.
see if I can find
It's for your kids. These are for fans that haven't even been born yet. How old are you? They're like, 21?
Okay.
He's like, you're perfect. You don't even know what Knight Rider is.
On December 10th, 2020, Hasselhoff released his first heavy metal song titled Through the Night. The song was recorded alongside Q-Stack, an Austrian duo who also enlisted the help of Beartooth frontman Caleb Shomo to produce a retro synthwave remix of the song. What the fuck?
We're gonna check that out later.
Because I thought maybe it was on his Wikipedia page where he was talking about it.
That's insane.
I want to read about it. Hold on.
Okay, next up is Season 1 of Mission Impossible, the original Mission Impossible, the first mission, you could say. This will self-destruct in 5 seconds, so holy shit. You know what? I watched the pilot and the second episode of this, and it's okay, but it's pretty boring. The Tom Cruise movies are better, way better. I want to see the 80s show now, though. Because I think that's funner. More fun. More better.
The details I can share are... I have an emotional hand in it and I have a passion. The guy who's writing is a major Knight Rider fan. He sent me a picture of him in the Knight Rider car. His name is TJ Fixman. The concept I don't really know.
He doesn't even know the car's name?
No, he doesn't know. What?
He's like, he sent me a picture of the Knight Rider car.
The concept I don't really know. I threw my hat in the ring as nostalgia meets Knight Rider of today, which is not a new Knight Rider, but a continuation of it. They want to do a script that has my approval on it, whether I'm in it or not, or whether I approve of it. The answer is I don't know. But I had the rights for about 10 years to Knight Rider, and I couldn't get a bite. And these guys have it now because of the timing, because of the resurgence of nostalgia, because the guy who's doing it gets it. It's not about a talking car, it's about the relationship between Michael and Kit. And it's also about the action, and one man can make a difference, and if they do that, I'll probably support it. If they don't do that, they've hassled the Hoff.
And you don't hassle the Hoff.
You don't hassle the Hoff.
It's
called The Moaning of Life. It's the worldly wisdom of Carl Pilkington. It's also...
You messed it up too!
It's from Sky One HD and it's also Region 15. So we can't watch it yet.
No, it's not Region 15, that's the rating.
Okay.
Region 2.
Region 2.
Next up, a thing we both found it at St. Vinny's. You just happened to grab it off the
then you watched it without me. I'm really pissed.
Yeah, it's a 37-minute thing.
37 years ago, which don't put a spell on me.
It's NASCAR, a family tradition. It's about how fathers and sons and grandfathers and grandkids all drive race cars and race in races together sometimes.
Like the Kenseth family.
Yeah, or the Earnhardt family.
Or the Kenseth family.
Or the Waltrips.
Kenseth. I've met members of the Kenseth family.
The Foyts.
AJ Foyt, the fourth. How many members of the Kenseth family have you met? We've met the same
2.
amount. Did we meet 3?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was his dad, his son, and him. I've been to the Matt Kenseth Museum too. I know this exists. This is Jackie Chan, Robin B. Hood. One big ransom, one small problem. I wish I would have seen this before.
This was okay.
It's very slidey.
Yeah, can I tell you a fun fact about this?
Sure.
This was the first movie in which Jackie Chan starred as a bad guy in like 30 years.
Oh.
Yeah. It came out like 2006.
Got it. I always think
this dude's been acting for fucking ever.
I always think he's the guy at the end of Pacifier when the ninjas attack. It's not him. No. It's just a guy.
Next up, so happy I get these two. It's
so many DVDs.
This American Life seasons 1 and 2 with Ira Glass. Every week they pick a theme and then do a couple stories on that theme. This week's theme is DVDs, and we're doing a lot of them. This was an amazing show. I just happened to find the both seasons at St. Vinny's. Both were sealed, and 6 episodes apiece, and they're just little documentaries, and they're amazing. You should watch them. They're heartwarming and funny and sad.
That one was so sad.
This is the one that's very sad.
I'm gonna watch it.
Mostly really good.
I'm not gonna watch it. It's so sad. Hey, who doesn't like Matt Berry? It's the Toast of London, Series 1 and 2. Is that all they did?
Yes. This is also another Region 2.
Also another Region 2. Jesus
Sucks.
Christ.
This is the one I went to watch.
It's the biggest Region 2 update ever. It's a good show. I've only seen a little bit of it.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
That's all you made it to?
Yeah, and then I finished it.
No. Oh.
That's why I want to go back.
Well, watch it on something else.
Shut up. Well, this is a thing I found at Dollar Tree. It's a movie, and it also comes with 2 bonus discs. There's 3 discs in here. Yeah. It's Tom and Jerry's Giant Adventure. I didn't really like this. I like some Tom and Jerry stuff, but when they got to the fairy tale storybook stuff, and They were all with giants. I didn't like it. But the opening bit was pretty fun, but I didn't like the giant stuff.
I was out here for so long watching it in parts.
Droopy was there?
I would walk by and stuff, and I didn't see Tom and Jerry at all for like 10 minutes.
But then it also comes with the Fire Flying Adventures Volume 1 and Tom and Jerry Tales Volume 3 or something like that. So, yeah.
Is Not That Tom Green live. Not That Tom Green's a guy I follow on Twitter who is not this Tom Green. I thought it was this Tom Green, and that was his Twitter handle. I follow Tom Green on. Was Not That Tom Green, because I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. And I was like, man, Tom Green's a massive wrestling fan, because all he would tweet about is wrestling. And then he would post pictures of him and his son. I was like, well, that's not Tom Green. Who the hell is this guy? It's just a guy named Tom Green that likes wrestling. He's a pretty funny dude, though. Tom Green live. He fucked a moose.
I watched this on Netflix way back in the day when it came out. The year it came out, 2014, I think.
12.
And
what's it like to hang with Donald Trump? That's on the back.
Yeah, he talks about it because Donald Trump was his boss for a year.
Oh.
Because he was on The Apprentice. But yeah, I watched this the year it came out, and then I forgot about it, and then I got it on DVD, and it's very funny. I like Tom Green a lot. It's a
John Schneider.
Yes, I don't know if it's that John Schneider or not. I saw that when
Brian
I was watching
Volk-Weiss. I know Brian Volk-Weiss, too.
I really was like, what the hell?
It's just called Tom Green Live? Let me look it up.
Next up, another movie I found at Dollar Tree. It's got Simon Helberg, Melanie Linsky, who... is Melanie Linsky the girl from 2.5 Men? I don't know. And Zachary Quinto.
No, that's a producer named
We'll Never Have Paris. It's written and directed by Simon Helberg. So that's pretty interesting. And it's partially based on his life story, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, based on a true story, unfortunately. Zachary Quinto is also pretty funny in it. It's a good little movie. That's what it says. Based on a true story, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty good.
You've maybe seen everything that John Schneider's done. Except for one thing I'm unsure about. The Animal.
Yes.
With Rob Schneider.
Yes.
The Hot Chick.
Okay, I've seen that.
Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. Big Stan.
Okay.
American Virgin. 2009.
Can I see the cover? No, I have not seen
that. The Chosen One.
Okay.
Fucking hate that movie. Rob TV series.
Okay, I've seen the first 2 episodes of that.
Hitchcock.
Alfred
Hitchcock.
I have not seen that.
And Tom Green Live.
Okay.
And On the Road with Tom Green, with just TV
I have not seen that.
Oh, what a movie! I was just talking about this Iman.
Pretty good. I just
Did you ever see it?
Yeah, I'd seen it before.
God, the end. Iman and I were just talking about how heartbreaking it is in the end. It's the way it really plays the movie. Oh, what a movie! What a rush!
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Big fan of Wizards. The way it really plays.
It's pretty good. I liked it. I'm a sucker for DCOMs.
Please? Yes,
DCOMs.
Please. Everything is not what it seems. I don't remember the words right now, but I just listened to it a week ago. Iman and I were just watching.
Well, next up, a thing that I watched this complete series.
Okay.
The thing that I always remembered about this was there's an episode where a guy's like talking about jerking off, and he's like, "What are you gonna go punch the clown?" And his friend's like, "Dude, that's not a thing." And then the wife comes down from upstairs and she's like, "Babe, you look stressed. You should go punch the clown." And then he's like, "Well, how do you know that?" And she's like, "Oh, he emailed it to me 5 minutes ago." And then so I watched this, and it's got Kyle Bornheimer.
Yeah.
I know his name now, because I've seen him enough things. And Nick Kroll turned out to be the punching a clown guy. And the joke somewhat holds
up. My 21st birthday, I should have a Pilsner. You ever had a Pilsner?
No. But I can tell you exactly what episode that
well, yeah, you just watched it. Is it only 7 episodes?
No, it's 16.
But then that's more than 1 week.
Yep. The premise runs out quick. Yep. Most of the reviews said that. Most of the reviews were like, well, it's based on a British sitcom that went for 6 episodes, so I don't see how they're going to stretch this out.
Next up, I don't know.
And literally, like, after the 7th episode, the 8th episode opens with, like, they're like, well, remember 4 months ago when all that stuff happened.
I saw this.
Be careful with that. The discs are loose in there.
I saw this laying here the other day, and I was like, why? What is this? It's one of those unnecessary things, I think. It's the best pay-per-view matches of 2012.
This isn't even a pay-per-view. It's a legit documentary thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the best pay-per-view matches of 2012.
Oh, I figured it just was a bunch of matches.
No, yeah, look at what's on there.
Punk Ziggler. I don't really like that match, actually.
Let me see.
Royal Rumble, Punk Ziggler?
Elimination Chamber
I don't
with
like
Great
that match.
Khali.
I just talked about that.
Triple H versus
That's a
Undertaker.
good match.
Christian versus Rhodes. Punk versus Bryan. Money in the Bank. Oh, they should have put the Over the Limit one.
Layla Phoenix is probably a
Rock
bad
versus
match,
Cena. Triple H versus Lesnar. Orton versus Dolph Ziggler. Punk versus Cena. That's a good match.
but Sheamus Show is a pretty good match.
Yeah. The best. What's the best Punk Cena match?
Probably can say the one on Raw.
Yeah.
Cena won.
February 2013.
Layla Phoenix probably isn't a good match, but they probably were like, we need to include the women.
Yeah. Oh, it was over there.
Do you remember when Beth Phoenix, I forgot about this, but, with Royal Rumble, you see everything. Remember when she bashed her head open last year, right at the start of the match, and then walked around just bleeding for 40 minutes? Insane. I'm taking this?
Yeah.
This is Brock Lesnar. Here Comes the Pain. An old documentary. Brock was
But this is the updated one.
Oh, okay.
Because it has, his return and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brock
They
was
reissued it after he
Is
came
this
back.
the one that we watched then?
Yeah.
Oh. Brock was still WWE champion when the documentary got made because they're like, we'll see what happens to him next.
No, this is the one that came out
I know,
in
I'm
his
just
first
saying.
run. Yeah, and then they reissued it when he came back.
I tweeted Shane Helms about this documentary and he tweeted me back.
He retweeted you.
Yeah, he tweeted me back. And
You're a quote tweeted you.
He didn't read. I don't know if he read my reply because he said I don't know what it's from, so I
Yeah.
sent him this and he didn't like that or anything. I figured I would get a like out of that. A lot of people also commented. That was a big tweet of mine. Yeah.
Next up, this is one you could say is
I know.
one of those pointless
It's also
buys.
one of the worst posters in wrestling history.
Also, the disc,
This looks pretty cool.
terrible. But I was like, I'm never gonna watch it.
One of the worst posters
Hell in a Cell
history.
2012.
Why do
CM
Hell
Punk
in a
as the
Cell
devil.
have such bad posters? Do you remember the 2013 poster?
You remember the R-Truth one?
Yeah, that's the 2013.
Okay.
Do you remember the alternate one was?
Yeah.
Who was it?
I don't remember.
There's two versions. It was Ryback and R-Truth, and they're just in suits like this. It's like, why is this?
Can I read you the matches? Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, remember that tag team?
No, I
Versus
do.
the Primetime Players.
Okay, I remember.
One of them's dead.
I was just. No, they're not.
Yeah, I know.
I was actually just watching something about their feud the other day.
Triple threat. Eve versus Layla versus Caitlyn.
Really good match.
Women always with the one names. I hate it.
That was a good match, though.
IC.
Well,
The
Eve was
Miz
Eve
versus
Torres.
Kofi.
Okay, I remember that match.
Tag Team Championship. Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholar.
Okay, probably really
Then
good.
Randy Orton versus Del Rio. World Heavyweight, Sheamus versus Big Show. And then WWE is CM Punk versus Ryback.
So now we own that match twice. We own the Sheamus Big Show match twice because it was in that last one. Hey, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 2, Volume 1. I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
I did
Such
too.
a good show.
You guys threw away all
The
my cards.
spines become something. First up for the Blu-rays, I'm very excited with this one. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. Highly anticipated Blu-ray release from us, and it just came out. It's accepted with Justin Long, Jonah Hill. So they made it all the way over there. That girl, she's from stuff.
She's a Night of the Living Dead.
It's accepted. Great movie.
Yeah.
Battle Royale. Isn't the Dean's name Dean too? Like his first name's Dean.
I don't
He lives in
remember.
the RV or whatever, the camper out back. Yeah.
There's so many people in this.
Yeah.
Like, Vooch is the blow shit up with my mind guy.
Yeah.
And then Dunlap Abernathy Arbuckle is the penguin.
Yeah.
Or not the penguin.
Yeah.
Is he the penguin?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gotham.
Billy Eichner's roommate from college. Not this college though. Battle Royale.
Next up, it's the newest DC animated film. Came out this last Tuesday, and I didn't like it.
Oh.
Did not care for it. It's Batman Soul of the Dragon. It's a Elseworld story told in the 70s, the hip jiving 70s, where everyone's got giant collars and talking like this, man. And there's always disco music and stuff. And I didn't like this.
Who's the villain? I feel like Riddler.
Yeah,
would be a
it's
good
like Lady
70s
Shiva.
villain. Oh.
And like Richard Dragon, Ben Turner in it.
The Riddler would be a good 70s villain, I think.
Yeah. But the next one I'm really excited for because the next animated is Justice Society World War II. So that should be fun, yeah.
I didn't know this was on 4K. Next up, I didn't know this was on 4K. And it makes I didn't even think this most people wouldn't even think this deserves a 4K release. I do. It's a 5-star movie.
It is not.
You can see it on our Twitter. It's Battleship with Taylor Kitsch, Rihanna, Alexander Skarsgård, Liam Neeson. What a movie. I love this movie. We were in the theater. I saw this in theaters, like, opening day. And he was like, hey, we can go now. The movie's over. I went, nope, I bet there's an end credit scene. He went, they're not going to put a fucking end credit scene in the Battleship.
Because I did not watch it.
And then there's an end... Yes! You don't remember the end credit scene?
Okay, then I didn't watch it this last time when I rewatched the movie.
How do you not remember it? It's the part where it's the kids in Scotland. The kids in Scotland, the thing crashes in the yard, and then they're like beating it with a baseball bat, and they're like drilling at it, and they're running into it with the tractor and stuff, and then they finally get it open, and the alien hops up for a jump scare, and then it ends. It's a fantastic movie. There's the old people.
There's 2 good bits that stop it from being a 1-star movie.
It's not a 2-star movie. It's got Riri. Remember the scene for a really long time when they're on the boat trying to drive across the ocean? That's the only part I kind of like.
Remember the soccer game?
No, I don't remember the soccer game.
There's a soccer game in the movie.
Beach part. Do you remember the part where they're just very...
You remember the opening where he gets tased?
Yeah.
All over a burrito?
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Stupid.
I think the only thing...
How do you not remember the soccer game? It takes only 25 minutes of the runtime.
The only thing I don't really like about it, like, I don't like that... I like that it's
And
called...
Taylor... What's his name? Taylor Kitsch? Taylor Kitsch's older brother's like, you're 26 goddamn years old, even though you're a grown man. You need to get with your life together. You need to be a little more like me. You're joining the Navy and you're not saying no. It's like, okay.
The only
forgot to do that in the DVDs.
The only thing that's stupid about it is that it's a battleship movie.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's aliens and stuff, and there's the part where it's like, you sunk my battleship.
I'd be really happy with
And then the old guy's like, they're not gonna sink this battleship.
I'd be really...
After it gets hit.
Yeah. I'd be really happy with just a Navy movie called
And the
Battleship.
bombs that the aliens shoot are like the legit pegs of the game. It's so
I do have
stupid.
a dream.
I
I have a dream of making a real battleship movie, but this one's also very good.
Next up, a legit great movie, one I was infinitely surprised by, starring Rutger Hauer. It's Blind Fury. A blind man with a samurai sword goes after bad guys and kills them, and it's fucking great. It's legitimately amazing. This was one of the VHS slipcovers from Mill Creek. And when I told Dad which ones were getting a slipcover, he went, "Oh, Blind Fury, that's a good one. You'll like that."
Yeah.
And then I watched it and was like, "Holy shit!"
It's very acclaimed. Yeah.
It is amazing. It's stellar.
Next up is the
Jealous you
Bourne
get this.
Classified Collection. Here's the cover, but here's the back.
It's a really cool cover. It's only the first 4. Can you name them in order? They go alphabetical until the second.
Okay.
Or until the 4th.
Does one begin with an I?
Yes, the first one.
Okay. So it's the Bourne... I'm trying to think of I words. I can't even think of what it is. I know the third. The Bourne Identity. Bourne Supremacy. Bourne Ultimatum. Bourne Legacy.
Yes.
Jason Bourne.
Yeah, but this is only the first 4.
That makes sense.
Stop licking!
She's so hard.
Yeah. I really liked these. This was a series that our mom loves.
Yeah.
Like, they're her favorite movies. And she even told me, she's like, they're great. First
because
one...
you shat on Matt Damon for like 15 years.
Yeah. And now I'm watching all his movies and I'm like, wow, he does some good stuff. So, the first one, great. 4 stars,
Except
easily.
for that movie where he plays an Asian man.
Is that a thing?
The
Oh,
Great
yeah, The Great
Wall.
Wall.
Terrible.
Forgot about that.
That just came out. That wasn't even
it was
an
like
old
2017.
thing. Yeah, that's not even an
I was
old
at
thing.
Rockies and that came
That's
out.
not even an old thing that happened.
I
That's
know.
a new thing where he played.
I think China produced that, and the reason that he's in it is because China was like, we want to put an American actor in this to make sure it does well, and so they just were like, let's get Matt Damon. But
Ghost in the Shell 2017? Was that the whitewash?
I think
was that
so,
the
yeah.
whitewash Asian year?
Yeah, and she was literally Asian in the movie. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, the second one, not as good. Just 3 stars. Didn't really hit with me. The third one, though, the best in the series, 5 stars, legit amazing. It's Carrie, based on the Stephen King novel, directed by Brian De Palma. You know what he directed?
I just said his
first
name.
Mission Impossible.
Oh, I just said his name on Green.
Brian De Palma?
Yeah, Tom Green Live. Remember I went... Oh, it's Brian Volkweis. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Brian De Palma. Oh, I know how I know him. I was reading about him today.
He directed the first Mission Impossible.
No, fuck that. Did you know...
This was pretty good, actually. Really
he
good.
wrote the opening crawl to A New Hope.
Wow.
Fucking, what's his name? George Lucas wrote it, because George Lucas is like, the key with the open scrolls is that they have to be short. He goes, my first draft was 6 paragraphs, then I showed it to my friends and said, hey, look at this I came up with. Brian De Palma took it and went, dude, George, this doesn't make any sense. And he took it and he scrapped it, and it's what the one we know today is Brian De Palma's.
Nice.
Yeah. Next up is Corner Gas the movie. It's based on the Canadian show. Corner Gas.
I forgot that.
5-star movie. Fucking incredible. Haven't ever seen the show. Should buy the show.
It's apparently Canada's favorite TV show ever.
Yeah.
And there's an animated show now.
Dog River has always been flat, but now it's flat broke. Can't wait to buy it. To watch it.
I gave it 4 stars.
I gave it 5.
You're crazy. You're a lunatic.
It's really good.
Next up, I haven't seen many of this franchise, but I got this at Dollar Tree, and it's got a slip cover that's cool. I can't remember. Lenticular. Yeah. It's Cult of Chucky. I think this is the last one that came out before the reboot with fucking the hottest chick in the world. What's her name? Aubrey Plaza.
Oh. Next up is Distorted, starring Max Bemis and Trixie from Speed Racer. It's a say anything joke.
I really like John Cusack. An actor I really, really like. I like his political views. I like him as an actor. I like him a lot.
I like Christina Ricci because she's Trixie from Speed Racer.
This was a movie I didn't think I was going to like, but it was really good. It's kind of like Mr. Robot.
A lot of recent...
Would you stop licking?
A lot of recent John Cusack movies.
My God! This is why she's not allowed to lay against my pillows anymore.
She's been going for so long.
No. Just stop.
Why do you care? Just let her do it. You don't sit against that.
I do, though.
It's Distorted.
But, like, not tonight. Next up, this is like the 5th in this franchise. Didn't know that. Everyone that got it. But it looks terrible. It's Dragonheart Battle for the Heartfire. Patrick Stewart's a voice in it, so yeah. The first one, though, is apparently a cult classic, and it's apparently really good, but all the sequels are not.
Patrick Stewart's a voice in fucking everything. It's really weird.
Oh,
this
hey,
is the Duff with Mae Whitman and Robbie Amell, Bella Thorne, and Kenyon. I remember the trailer for this. I thought it looked horrible.
I did too. Guess what?
Yeah, you said it's good.
Actually a good teen comedy.
I won't watch it.
I thought it was a Nickelodeon movie.
I did too. It's
and
R,
then,
isn't it?
Then when I put it in, no, it's PG-13. But they're like, shut up, you dick face. And then they're like, you're a shit stain. You like jizz. And I'm like,
well,
what?
The reason I saw trailers for it was either during Raw on USA or it would have been during Arrow when I used to watch Arrow
it's a good movie.
Live.
You'd like it. It's very fun.
It would make sense if it was Arrow because Robbie Amell, but...
Next up, another of the VHS slipcovers I got from Mill Creek. It's with an actor I like, who's a murderer, and then an actor I don't like, who played a murderer in the movies. It's Marlon Brando, Matthew Broderick, and The Freshman. I really liked this movie, actually.
You don't like Marlon Brando?
I do not like Marlon Brando. He's a terrible actor.
Is it because he can't act?
Yeah, he can't act, and he literally reads off of... Dude, watching this, I was like trying to figure out when he's doing it, and if you just watch his eyes, he's like, as he's saying lines, and he'll go... and like I was saying... And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Did you know Robert Downey Jr. wears an earpiece, too, in his Fed lines?
Really?
Yeah.
Also, this has Penelope Ann Miller in it.
Oh.
Do you know where she's from?
Yeah, she's Will Arnett's wife.
Yeah. And there's a fucking Komodo dragon in this. Like, that's what the movie's about, a Komodo dragon. Yeah. It's crazy. It's like, these are endangered animals. They're just lugging one around, playing with it. It's crazy.
Next up is Ghost Shark. This is a movie that, it's a fun story. I was talking to my manager one night, and she said that her son had just woken up because there was ghost sharks in his room, and she had to deal with that now. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a good movie. And she's like, yeah, let's have Sci-Fi take a hold of it. Then I googled it, and Sci-Fi got a hold of it, and they made it a movie.
You know who's in this?
Mackenzie Rossman.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know anything about it. I just said that let's buy this.
Look at the cover. Read the cast.
Sean C. Phillips.
Yeah. Cool Duder's in this.
Yeah, that's right. I did know that. You told me that the night. That's when I'm going to open it up. So it's Region 2.
Yeah, so we can't watch it
yet, which is fine. I didn't really want to. I just wanted to own it. But Ghost Shark, yeah. I'll probably watch that with my girlfriend, honestly. She's obsessed with Ghost Shark movies.
Next up, a movie that I thought was going to be a fun sci-fi romp, and it turns out it's not at all fun. It's just a boring-ass romantic sci-fi movie that's not interesting in the slightest.
Passengers?
It's The Host, which is based on the novel The Host by Stephanie Meyer. the author of the Twilight Saga.
Yeah. And
This was
Poet
no
Anderson.
good. No fucking good. Also, she's got some crazy views.
Yeah. Next up is How to Be a Latin Lover.
The great movie.
This looked horrible when it came
So
out.
funny. It is so funny.
I'll move on.
It's very, very funny.
I did not want. I do
She's
not.
in it.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Who?
Everything I see him in.
Gencio?
Isn't he in Geostorm too?
I don't think so.
I
no.
think he's fucking in Geostorm. What's the movie with him and the kid?
This.
Oh, what's the other? He did Shipwreck or Overboard or whatever,
Overboard.
and that was bad.
Anyway,
He's in Geostorm.
apparently we only need one more of these to complete the set. It's Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
Geostorm's from 2017.
Yeah. So we have the first two of these, I guess. So yeah, we just need Part 2 of this. I don't like those movies.
He's in Geostorm.
Wow.
Told you.
Hey, you're getting all the good ones.
Yeah. Hey, it's The Intern. It's a new film by Nancy Meyers. It's weird they put a new film, because that's outdated.
I know. Do you know who Nancy Meyers is? Do you remember what she directed?
Yeah, she directed The Holiday.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro
De Niro.
and Anne Hathaway
That's De Niro.
are in this.
Yeah.
I don't know why they
Adam
cast.
Devine and Anders Holm are both in it too. They have no scenes together though, which is weird because they're
Remember the trailers
workaholics.
for it. That was when I wasn't a Robert De Niro fan, so I didn't want to see it.
It's so good, genuinely really good. I'm not a fan of Anne Hathaway though,
No.
not at all.
Rachel getting married, though.
Next up is what I thought was going to be a disaster movie starring Nicolas Cage. Turns out it is a little bit of a disaster movie, but not in the way I thought. It's Left Behind, based on the novel, with all these other people. It's got Jordan
You
Sparks
should
in
have
it.
said Left Behind.
Do you remember Jordan Sparks?
Yeah.
Crazy that she's in this.
You should have said
Crazy.
Left Behind based on the Bible.
Yes, it's a movie about the rapture, and it is absolutely hilariously bad. It's so fucking
you got
bad.
our aunt to watch
Yeah,
this.
I texted our aunt while I was watching it. I was like sending her clips, and she's like, "Wait, what is this?" And I told her about it, and she went, "Okay, no more spoilers. We're watching this." And then she texted me afterwards, and like, "Oh my god, that was so funny." Like, it's so just weirdly bad.
Next up is the Lego Ninjago movie. It's the only Lego movie I haven't seen because I have no interest. I do
Really?
not like the Ninjago crap. I never got into it as a kid. I know,
You know what
it's
Ninjago means?
canon, right? With the rest of them?
Yeah.
See, that's
You know what
why I have to
Ninjago
see it.
means?
It's ninja.
It's Ninja Go.
Oh.
Did you know that? I never knew that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. This is easily the worst of the Lego movie franchise, but
I
it's
also
still
don't
very
like the
fun.
cast.
Jackie
'Cause
Chan's
it's
in
like,
this.
It's Dave Franco. I don't really like him. I like Justin Theroux. Fred Armisen's great.
Yes. Zach Woods.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Zach
I
Woods?
don't like Zach Woods. Michael Pena, not funny.
No.
Weird how that guy is.
Who's the female voice?
Olivia
She's very
Munn
fun.
and Abby
I
Jacobson.
love Olivia Munn so much.
I'd have to see her face because I know I like her. I
Who,
think.
Olivia Munn?
Yeah.
Next up, another one of the Mill Creek slipcovers, and this one was terrible. A legit, just bad movie. It's a Freaky Friday body swap movie. It's like Father Like Son with Kirk Cameron, who apparently is not a great guy,
Nope.
and Dudley Moore, who is a great guy.
What's that? Is that a WKUK sketch where they do the body swap, but it's all
This one was
about-
bad. It was very unfunny. There's better ones of the time, like Vice Versa. That's a good one. Or Freaky Friday. This one's bad. I don't want to talk about it.
Next up is Dylan O'Brien. He's the Maze Runner movie. It's Love and Monsters. I know this was a very
Michael Rooker's in this.
underrated release. Like there was no press for it.
It's because it came out during COVID.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't like. No
It's
one-
fucking great, though. Great creature feature. You would like it, I think.
Yeah.
Ken just watched it, and he said it was so good he's going to have to buy it. It's solid.
How'd you watch it?
I don't know, maybe rented it?
Oh.
Like, you're not a big creature feature guy.
No,
Like,
just don't care.
they're good. Tremors being the best.
My coworker just watched all.
It's really
the-
good. And the
all-
monster designs were really cool. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was saying my coworker just watched all the Lord of the Rings, and she was her friend had never seen them, so she made her friend watch them all. And I was like,
In one day.
They watched them. They watched the first two. Then it got to be like 3 a.m. for us, but her friends in Florida, so 4 a.m. And then as soon as they woke up, they watched it. Like they watched it on like a phone call. They watched all of
Jesus
them together.
Christ.
And I was like, I haven't seen past Fellowship really. I was like, they're so fucking bad. She
Because
goes,
I made you watch it with me.
No, I had to watch Fellowship in school.
I made you watch it with me one time, like the full movie, and you were like, I'm not going
Fucking
on.
boring.
It's good.
No, they fucking walk.
I imagine your
fucking
managers on the phone call like, okay, so do you know what's going on? Okay, so
No,
what's
my
going on
manager's just my
here
coworker.
is they're walking and
So they just watched it because she found her dad's copies of all the books, so she was rereading them and then she wanted to watch them.
she read the Jesus Christ.
She hasn't read them since she was a
You
kid.
read
She
the
didn't
books?
really understand.
They're
No,
just songs.
I fucking hate them.
Just songs.
I
and
don't
nonsense.
like fantasy. It's boring. I was telling her, I was like, they just walk. That's why, like, that scene from Clerks 2 is
Yes,
maybe
I
this is the best
Next
scene.
up.
It's probably the best scene in any movie ever. 'Cause it's so true.
Next up, another lenticular, and this was a pretty good movie. Very, very fun. It's Lucy, starring Scarlett Johansson and Morgan Freeman, directed by Luc Besson, and he directed The Fifth Element, if you didn't know that, and Valerian. Lucy might be the most OP fucking character in movie history, outside of, like, God. Like Bruce Almighty, maybe.
Oh, I thought you meant like, oh
She's
God.
so OP, it's insane. I don't want to spoil anything, but literally you should watch this, because it's
I don't like
crazy.
ScarJo.
Really?
Yeah, I really do not like
What about
ScarJo.
In Good Company?
Is that her?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I guess, I don't know if I like her. I really do
It's a
not
good
like
movie.
Scarlett Johansson.
I
don't think she's a good actress.
We're
That's why
together till the end on that movie. I love it.
I love it, but I'm not excited for Black Widow because I don't want to sit through that lot of just her. I don't like her. Hey, this is a movie that I was going to see in theaters when it came out. I was going to take my uncle, and that never happened. It's The Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. is...
Who directed this?
Guy Ritchie.
Yes.
Hugh Grant is in it. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the TV show,
And
is
Campbell's in it.
Yeah, the Man from U.N.C.L.E., the TV show, is where Ducky got his start. Ducky from NCIS. Ducky was a Man from U.N.C.L.E. fan. Not a fan, he was in it.
Do you know what Gibbs' full name is?
There is a joke. It's like Nathaniel Gibbs, I believe. Nathaniel Shaw Gibbs.
If I say his full name, will you give me $1?
No.
Okay.
Isn't it like Nathaniel Shaw Gibbs or something?
Do you want me to say it?
Sure.
Leroy Jethro Gibbs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about how I accidentally watched NCIS?
Because Grandpa watched it every day?
No.
It's a good show,
Did I
actually.
tell you
It's
how
been going way too fucking long.
Did I not tell you how I accidentally
when
watched
there's
it?
two characters who are still on the show, it's like, alright.
Did I not tell you how I accidentally watched it?
No.
I was on Prime or Netflix or whatever it's on, and sometimes with a show that you've watched before, you want to see how they describe it, like the description.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, how do they describe NCIS? I'm curious. Because I don't know how I would describe it to someone. It's just like
It's Navy police.
Yeah,
It's
right?
literally Navy
It's hard to
police.
describe. So I click
They
in.
only do cases related to Navy crimes.
Yeah.
It's
You know what's funny
how's it
about
been
that?
going for 20 fucking
You know
years?
what's funny about that? The first episode takes place on a plane.
I know.
So
Yeah, but if they're related to the Navy, it could be a guy killed
no, it's
in a
just
Walmart.
that Gibbs is on a plane, and so
It could
he's
literally
involved.
be a guy killed in a Walmart, but they're
Yeah.
like, he's got it. He was part of the Navy. They're like calling the
No,
NCIS.
Gibbs is on the plane, so he takes
It's
the case.
ridiculous.
So I click in to read the description. I'm like, oh, I wonder how they describe the
It's
show.
one of the highest rated shows on network TV. Though.
Next thing I know, okay,
it gets like
shut up.
17 million
Shut up.
viewers.
Next thing
crazy.
I know, I'm 45 minutes into the first episode. Just from reading the description, I was like, fuck, I guess I'm sticking with NCIS. I was like, because I was looking for a new show to start, and then I
Well,
actually
you have a lot of seasons.
I instantly watched NCIS, so I was like, I just want to read the description. I'm not going to watch it. And then I watched the first episode. I was like,
Okay,
Jesus
we'll get into
Christ.
something better.
NCIS?
No,
This is
probably not. Next up, finally got the Marine 5 Battleground on Blu-ray. Found this at Family Video. So we now have all 6 of the Marine films, and I watched the entire franchise. I'm gonna go through. The first one, with John Cena, is while it's not great, it's got cult classic status. It's very fun. Yeah, I think
There's
so.
no cult classic.
It's a cult classic.
There's
It's very fun.
There's not a cult around.
It says it on its Wikipedia.
Does it?
Yes. It's very fun. It's got Robert Patrick in it, who does a little not fun, thing where he's like the Terminator, and he's like, what? The Marine 2 is literally a shit movie. It should be 1 star, but there's a great fight scene in it that bumps it up to 2. The Marine 3 is when The Miz comes. That one's not great. The Miz 4 is not great.
Miz 4?
Yeah. The Marine 5, though, it's alright. This one's 3 stars. Pretty good. Then the Marine 6 is great. It's got Shawn Michaels and Becky Lynch.
I thought this was the best one.
It's 5 and 6 are the best.
Oh.
And, spoiler alert, so skip ahead like 30 seconds if you somewhat, for a reason, care about this franchise, because I'm going to spoil something. The Miz dies in the Marine 6, 20 minutes before the end. It's crazy. And then Shawn Michaels finishes the movie and fights with Becky Lynch. And how Becky Lynch dies is crazy, too.
I didn't know Becky Lynch died.
Yeah. It's in an insane way.
It's weird that they made her a bad guy, too.
I know. Summer Rae was the bad guy.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah.
Summer was his partner.
No.
Oh.
And she barely talks.
First female in a WWE studio
barely
film.
talks.
Not true, but first wrestler to star. First female in a WWE studio film. They wouldn't cast him. Hey, next up is Mr. Ron. He lived from afar. It wasn't far enough. It's Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Pullman.
Cast your mind back to 1996.
I can't.
When Ellen DeGeneres was still hetero.
Yes.
This is the one movie role that you can go back to and go, wow, Ellen is a hetero.
Coneheads?
Doesn't fucking work.
Coneheads?
What?
Isn't she had her own Coneheads?
I don't... Yeah, does it count? She's just the gym teacher, isn't she?
Oh, that was her first movie role. I thought it was a main role.
Yeah, but this is, her first leading role. It's her only leading role in a movie, and she still quotes it today on her show, apparently, where she's like, yeah, that was a bad thing.
Oh.
But yeah.
You can't even cast your mind back to 96.
No, my whole adult life, pretty much, my whole conscious life, she's been a homosexual.
Your mind going back to 96 was a goo goo gaga baby.
Is it weird saying homosexual and heterosexual? I don't know. It's just like, what else terms do I use? Next up, I got the DVD of this at Dollar Tree, but then randomly at Family Video I found the Blu-ray, so I was like, oh, okay. It's November Criminals.
Is this dead on the DVD list now?
No, it's over there.
Oh.
With Ansel Elgort and Chloe Grace Moretz, an actress I really like. She's pretty good.
And
this movie was not
rapist.
so great. It was okay, but not great. This is a 5-star movie. It's one of the few movies that I had to watch in school a lot as a kid that's still... I'm like, this is a great movie. I've seen it maybe 10 times.
I'm not a big Laura Dern fan.
This
It's
is
October
so good.
Sky with Jake Gyllenhaal and Laura Dern. I'm not a big Laura Dern fan.
Did you have to watch this in school?
No.
It's the one where they build the rockets?
No.
Oh, it's
No, we
so
watched...
good.
You know what we watched
The
instead of
Core?
this? No, we watched Apollo 13. A really,
This
really
is
good
so
movie.
good.
You watched... No, you didn't watch that.
No, I haven't yet. The kids building the
Is
rocket?
it Sputnik or...
No, it's just they build rockets in their backyard.
Oh.
It's Homer Hickam. And then it's also got Chris Owen, who... He's the Shermanator from American Pie, which you're going to watch that movie eventually.
I'm not going to watch it.
He is. Next up, another one from Dollar Tree. We're gonna
for an hour and a half.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Is it 1:30?
It's 1:30.
Oh my god, we gotta wrap this up.
So tired.
It's the remake of Point Break. I don't know who's in this, but I haven't
Hemsworth.
seen any of the Point Breaks. It is not him.
Yeah.
No.
Because what movie do they call him in
It's Luke Bracey.
in Avengers?
He
Remember,
calls him Point Break, but that's because of Patrick Swayze.
I thought he called him Point Break because of
No.
he was in this. Oh, I thought that was a joke. Maybe there's a different nickname he has in the movies because hey, this is Pie Watchett.
Pie Wacket.
Pie Wacket. It's the producers of the Vivitch.
Yeah, this is a good movie actually. It's
See
got
the
one of
film that
the
was banned in
actresses
2
from.
countries.
It's got Angela from The Walking Dead in it. Oh, and it's got the reversible artwork. It's got different artwork on there.
What does it look like?
Next up, a movie with Bill Murray. It's one of his bad movies because it's 50% of all his movies are bad. It's not great, but it's Rock the Casbah with Bill Murray.
How are we gonna start that idea we had?
The RT thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was just looking into some actors for it. Next up is Slapshot with Paul Newman.
Upgrade.
It's an upgrade. I know this movie from CM Punk's Wikipedia or Twitter page.
Yep. Coach.
Coach.
And you also bought the DVD at Menards, and then I upgraded.
Oh yeah.
It's not great.
No,
It's
the star was really funny.
Some people call it like the best sports film ever, which it's not. Because
thought
that's
Bull Durham was the best sports film ever.
it's definitely not.
What do
It's
you-
Major League
Is it Major League? Major League versus Space
or
Jam.
Bad News Bears maybe actually.
Space Jam.
Or the replacements. There's
Space
a lot of
Jam.
good ones.
Space Jam.
This one is fine. It's
What about-
homophobic though. Really homophobic.
What about our movie? Good Game.
Yeah, maybe. Next up, a movie that's legit fucking terrible. It has a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that's way too high. This was very bad. It's The Snowman with Michael Fassbender, and it was shit. Legit shit.
He does some bad shit.
The director blames it being so bad, and he's like, yeah, listen, we didn't have enough filming time in Norway, so we just didn't get to film stuff that was in the script, so we didn't have enough to edit with. It's like, okay, then why did you fucking put it out then? Because it's garbage. It was so bad.
Why is Michael Fassbender in such bad shit?
I don't know. He's a good actor and stuff.
Next up is The Tax Collector, that movie that Shia LaBeouf got tatted up for, and then
up like
apparently
it's
he
nothing.
never shows them.
He barely shows them. This is also just a
Oh, it's
bad
the creator
movie.
of End of Watch and Training Day.
Yes, David Ayers. He also directed Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah. Is it Ayers or Ayer? It's Ayer.
Ayers.
It's Ayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
He also
Ayer.
directed Bright.
Fuck that.
Next up, I think I talked about the first two in our last update, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and they're with Ross. Yeah, great movies. And then a family video, I found the third, a little sun damaged, but Transporter 3. You know what? This is the worst of the trilogy. It wasn't as good as the first two. What's the last up?
The last up is 24 Hours to Live with Ethan Hawke. You gotta end it with Ethan Hawke. Fuck Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, that's one for 60. If we ever get to it, Nathan.
Have you didn't watch Gattaca yet, right?
No, I haven't seen Gattaca.
You don't have to wait for me. Because I never want to watch it.
We don't own it yet.
I thought we did own it.
No, not yet.
I thought you fucking bought it out of spite and you were gonna watch it.
I'm going to. Oh, we got one last thing to show.
Oh,
and then we're gonna read the codes. Be careful grabbing off the shelf. Oh, be careful.
You can take it then.
Oh.
You can take it then.
Alright, a thing that I found at St. Vinny's today, literally today. And I went in alone and then I saw it and I texted Dad, I was like, you have to come in and see this. On Amazon. Stop. On that website, it's $118 and I got this for $18.50. It's the Waltons, the complete series and movie set. All 9 seasons and 6 movies. That's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, got that. I've never seen it.
Certified fresh. With a higher audience score than...
Yeah, I told you.
It's not good.
How do you want to do this? You want me to hold up and you read it?
Sure.
Okay.
Batman, Soul of the Dragon. Love and Monsters. What did we see? The Marine 5, Close Quarters. The Marine 6, Close Quarters.
Yeah, the Marine 6, Close Quarters. Not the Marine 5.
Okay.
I know it's weird because we did the Marine 5, but we had the code for Marine 6, so...
That's it.
Those are the codes. Let's do an outro because I gotta go to sleep.
This is the outro. It's the part where we do the outro. Like this video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification bell so you get us all the time. It's free and you can always change your mind.
Amazon. Wake me up at 9:35 a.m.
Alarm set for 9:35 a.m.
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust at BatTracy01.
I've been Alex Dahl. You can follow me on Instagram as JJTheisJerk and on Twitter at Idiot Dahl.
You can follow the channel as a collective on Instagram and Twitter at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can pledge a Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Chuck us $1 or $2 or $3 or 101 or 66.
That's too much.
We got some stuff coming out. I'm going to be doing pretty soon the best and worst music of 2020 comes out. Best and worst albums, music, I don't know what to call it. I think we usually call it albums, but it's got EPs and shit. I don't consider EPs albums. Also, came out a couple days ago. I don't know when this video is coming out. Go check out the trailer, the teaser trailer for Dallas Cialis. It's an exciting thing we're working on, and I'm very, very proud of that video.
Yeah, it's a really good video.
And everyone I talk to, it says it's very, very good. I haven't even gotten a very good. I've gotten a very, very good.
Wow.
My friend's girlfriend watched it, and he said that she cried from laughter from it.
It's not that funny.
He said there's tears, just, I don't know. She asked if it was him or if it was me, and he said yeah, and she started crying of tears. And I've never even really met her. So that shows how great it is. Also, he's never seen a superhero movie before, so I don't even think he understands the reference. I think he thinks I came up with that. That's it. I guess he's gone now, so this is just me. It's Punk Rock Blue. Bye-bye. Whoa.